You could be at risk for heart problems without feeling a thing, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Did you know that bleeding gums or even anxiety can be signs of a serious heart condition? In this video, you'll discover 12 unexpected symptoms that could point to heart damage before it's too late. Catching these signs early could literally save your life. Watch until the end to learn how to recognize these silent warnings and what you can do right now to protect your heart health. A lot of people think heart problems only happen to those who are overweight, over 60, or living a completely sedentary lifestyle. But that's one of the most dangerous misconceptions out there. What I see, and it happens often, are seemingly normal people. Young, slim, with a reasonably healthy diet, and still they end up having a heart attack or being diagnosed with heart failure out of nowhere. Why? Because the signs were there, just ignored or misread. The heart doesn't shout at first, it whispers, and if you don't know how to listen, the cost can be high. I say this because I've seen cases where the problem could have been detected years before the major event, but no one connected the dots. The truth is, the body always sends signals. The problem is, most people don't know how to read them. That's why this video matters. You're going to learn how to spot what once seemed invisible. So, let's get straight to the 12 silent signs that something might be wrong with your heart. Some of them seem harmless, but I can assure you they're no coincidence. Let's take them one by one. Sign 1. Swelling or pain in the calf. If your calf swells or hurts after walking or climbing stairs, don't brush it off. This could be a sign of peripheral artery disease, which already reflects a compromised cardiovascular system. Many people think it's just fatigue or poor posture, but in reality, it could be your heart sending an indirect SOS. Sign 2. Erectile dysfunction. This is one of the most overlooked, and I get why. Few people want to link sexual performance with heart risk. But the truth is, the same blood vessels that supply the heart also supply other areas of the body. If there's a problem in one, you can bet the other isn't unaffected. I've seen patients treated for erectile dysfunction for months, when the real issue was systemic arterial blockage. Sign 3. Bleeding gums. Sounds strange, right? But something as simple as bleeding while brushing your teeth could be a sign of chronic inflammation. And inflammation is one of the heart's biggest silent enemies. In my opinion, oral health should be taken just as seriously as nutrition, because gum bacteria can enter the bloodstream and directly affect the heart. Sign 4. Loud snoring or sleep apnea. If someone tells you that you snore loudly or stop breathing while sleeping, take it seriously. Sleep apnea isn't just annoying for your partner. It's a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. I've seen young people with high blood pressure and extreme fatigue, and the only diagnosis was sleep apnea ignored for years. Sign 5. Extreme fatigue with no clear cause. You know that overwhelming exhaustion that hits out of nowhere, even without any physical effort? That's not normal. When the heart isn't pumping blood efficiently, your whole body feels it. Often, this kind of fatigue is the first sign of early-stage heart failure. Sign 6. Skin rashes or unusual spots. Here's one almost no one connects to the heart. Strange rashes or spots on your skin. Certain skin conditions, like psoriasis, are directly linked to systemic inflammation, and again, that can affect the heart. I often say, if your skin is inflamed, chances are your insides are too. Sign 7. Nausea or indigestion without a clear reason. Many heart attacks begin with something that feels like simple stomach discomfort. This is especially true for women, where the signs can be more subtle and easily dismissed. When in doubt, investigate. If your digestion feels off and doesn't improve with basic care, consider your heart. Sign 8. Persistent hoarseness. This might sound odd, but when the heart is struggling, fluid can build up in the lungs, and that can even affect your voice. I've seen cases misdiagnosed as allergies for weeks, and it turned out to be early-stage heart failure. Sign 9. Fainting or feeling like you might faint. Pay close attention here. Fainting is never normal, ever. If you lose consciousness or feel like you're about to black out for no reason, it could mean your brain isn't getting enough oxygen, a sign of circulation issues, arrhythmia, or heart failure. These cases deserve immediate investigation, and I say this with confidence. It's one of the most underestimated and dangerous signs. Sign 10. Sudden, excessive sweating. Breaking into a sweat out of nowhere without any physical effort. That could be your body going into alert mode. During a heart attack, for instance, cold sweats are common, even when you're at rest. Don't ignore this kind of symptom, especially if it comes with chest pressure, dizziness, or nausea. Sign 11. Intense anxiety with no clear cause. Of course, not all anxiety is is heart-related. But in many cases, the heart is actually causing the anxiety, not the other way around. If you've never been an anxious person and suddenly start having panic-like episodes, a tight chest, or irregular heartbeats, pay attention. Your body responds to what's going on inside, and sometimes your heart is silently under stress. Sign 12. Shortness of breath during light activity. This might be the clearest sign that your cardiovascular fitness is declining. If you find yourself winded going up a flight of stairs that used to be no problem, something's off. And the worst part? Most people get used to it, blaming it on age or being out of shape, but the reality is your heart is struggling to deliver oxygen. Those are the 12 signs. And if even one of them caught your attention, stick with me, because we're still going to talk about how to protect your heart and prevent something much worse. But first, let me say one quick thing. If you saw yourself in any of these signs or learned something new, that alone shows how important it is to talk more about this topic. Unfortunately, most people only find out they had a problem when it's already too late. And honestly, I find that infuriating, because with clear, accessible information, so much of this could be prevented. So if you want to keep getting content that cuts straight to the point, with practical tips and real-world experience, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit like on this video. That helps me keep creating this kind of material and, more importantly, helps it reach the people who truly need it. Recognizing the signs is just the first step. Now comes the most important part. What are you going to do with this information? In my view, waiting until it hurts is one of the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to heart health. Prevention isn't overreacting. It's being smart. So, what can you start doing today? First, pay closer attention to your diet. I'm not saying you need to become a diet extremist, but cutting back on processed foods, unhealthy fats, and sugar already makes a huge difference for your heart. I always recommend fewer labels, more real food. Second, move your body. If you can walk, you can take care of yourself. No need to run marathons. Regular walks, 30 minutes a day, can change everything. And if you feel tired right at the start, that's not an excuse. That's exactly the warning you need to listen to. Third, keep the basics in check. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. Some people only find out theirs are off because they got tested for something else. Believe me, those three numbers, if left unchecked, are some of the most silent and destructive threats to your heart over time. And please don't underestimate your stress levels. These days, the heart suffers just as much from anxiety and a fast-paced life as it does from poor nutrition. That's why I always say, taking care of your mind is a key part of taking care of your body. If you've made it this far, you've already taken a huge step. Now it's time to start taking action, even if it's slowly. And I promise you, the body responds. Always. The truth is, most people only start valuing heart health after it's already been lost. But the fact that you've come this far already puts you ahead of the majority, because now you know what to look for, what to avoid, and what to do. And I say this with complete honesty. Taking care of your heart is cheaper, less painful, and way smarter than trying to fix a lifetime of neglect. So if this video gave you clarity, made you see things differently, or even sparked an internal warning, subscribe to the channel and leave a like right now. It's the simplest way to show that this content made a difference for you, and to make sure you don't miss the next videos. And to wrap things up, here's a bonus for sticking with me until the end. If you've been struggling to lose weight, feel like you're doing everything right and the scale still won't budge, there's a special link in the description. There, you'll watch a presentation the weight loss industry doesn't want you to see. You'll understand how they keep you stuck and discover a natural trick that's helping thousands of people slim down intelligently without crazy diets or miracle fixes. If that resonates with you, check it out now and watch it carefully. I don't know how long it'll be available. See you in the next video. And remember, when the heart whispers, that's when you need to listen the most.